Just let me know if you can hear me.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, that's okay. Let us start. So, boa tarde, good afternoon, how are you? Hoje vamos fazer a nossa terceira live do projeto Keep Learning Alive, do NDE de Inglês, do Departamento de Línguas Estrangeiras da Universidade Federal de Rondônia. Inicialmente, nós gostaríamos de agradecer a todos e a todas que estão presentes aqui e pedirmos que, por favor, deixem seus microfones e câmeras desligados durante a live, para que não haja nenhuma interferência na apresentação da professora Adiane. Desde já, nós agradecemos a todos. O projeto Learn do programa de extensão Trânsitos, Fronteiras, Migração e Línguas Adicionais na Amazônia, e é intitulada The Use of English Proficiency Test at University Level. Nós gostaríamos de agradecer a professora Adiane Blum, que está aqui hoje para compartilhar os seus conhecimentos e suas experiências. Obrigada, Adiane. Quem é a Adiane Blum? Adiane Blum is the Associate Director of Educational Testing Service, ETS, institution that administers international proficiency tests around the world. She coordinates GRE, Graduate Record Examinations in Brazil. Her responsibilities at ETS include visits to public and private high schools.
Sorry, Vera, we cannot hear you. Can you start again, because your image is frozen. Can you hear her? Somebody? Yes.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Now, yes.
Now, yes.
My goodness. You didn't listen anything?
Yes, I did.
The beginning, yes, of her bio.
Yeah, of my bio.
Well, so should I start again, Renata?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Her bio,
let's
only
go.
her bio, yeah.
Okay, Adiane Blum is Associate Director of Educational Testing Service, ETS, institution that administers international proficiency tests around the world. She coordinates both the TOEFL, Test of English as a Foreign Language, and GRE, Graduate Record Examinations. Her responsibilities at ETS include visits to public and private higher education institutions, including Federal Institutes of Education, Science and Technology, in various regions of Brazil. During these visits, she facilitates professional development workshops on TOEFL IBT for English teachers, in order to help them with the challenges of teaching English, as well as preparing them for the exam. She has been working in ETS since 2014, and during this time has maintained a contact network with more than 200 institutions. She worked as an English and Portuguese substitute teacher at the Federal Institute of Education, Science and Technology of Goiás between August 2016 and July 2018. Adiane Blum also had an experience of teaching Portuguese as a foreign language at the University of Washington in Seattle, United States, from 2007 to 2008, and from 2009 to 2012. Regarding her academic background, she holds a master's degree in teaching English as a foreign language, TESOL, from the University of Washington, Seattle, United States, in 2011. Specialization in higher education methodology from Faculdade de São Lucas, Porto Velho, Rondônia, in 2004. And a college degree in English from Universidade Federal de Rondônia, UNIR, 2001. Adiane Blum has had a rich experience in some parts of the world. She lived in the United States between 2005 and 2008, in 2009 to 2012. She had also lived in Cadiz, Spain, between September 2008 and July 2009, and visited Portugal twice since, during that period. Adiane Blum has traveled to more than 5 different countries, representing ETS at the exchange fairs, where she leaves lectures on the TOEFL and GRE exams. And the visits support to their internalization. That is Gianni. Hello, Gianni.
Hi, Vera.
That's a large experience, huh? I like
Vera. It. Thank you so much for introducing me. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Renata, Vera, and the English department at UNIR for this beautiful Learning Alive, Keep Learning Alive project.
Yeah.
Very beautiful project. And I'm very happy to be here, and thank you for everyone who is attending this presentation.
Okay. Let me just tell everybody that Professor Adiane, she's going to talk for about 35, 40 minutes. And after that, you can make questions, okay? So you can write your question in the chat, all right? So Adiane, start whenever you want.
Okay, thank you so much, Vera.
Okay, thank you.
I will try to be as fast as I can. All right, so again, thank you so much for having me here. I know that this is a very difficult time for all of us. And I hope that we have, I really hope that we have strength to fight this battle. And I'm sending some flowers to you virtually, these beautiful flowers. And I'm also sharing this quote from Frank Smith, which summarizes pretty much my experience as a graduate student at the University of Washington, and also my studying abroad experience. So one language sets you in a corridor for life. 2 languages open every door along the way. So I wanted to start this presentation asking everyone, why do you think it's important to keep track of your English proficiency level? So Vera, I would like to ask everyone, and if they could share their answers through the chat box, that would be great. And if you could read for me, because I can't see anything here, just the slides.
Okay. I can read. Okay, could you answer Gianna's questions in the chat box, please? No answer for a while, Gianni.
All right, let's wait a little bit more.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll have at least one answer.
Maybe people are answering at the chat. We are supposed to use chat or the microphone to give our answers.
Adelaide?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I answer it?
Okay, that's okay. You're there.
The microphone, or I also can use the chat.
Okay, you're there, so you can answer.
Okay, I'm gonna write it. Okay.
No, lady, please.
Lady, answer there. You're there already.
Please. It would be a pleasure to have you answering the question.
Yes.
Okay. So why do you think it is important to keep track your English proficiency level? Well, as an English teacher, I think it is useful, important, and useful to keep improving our proficiency level, because this is our tool as a teacher. So I believe that the more we know about the language, the better we can do our job as a teacher. That's my belief in this question.
Thank you, lady. Yes.
Adiane.
Yeah.
Let me interrupt you. They are saying that your sound is very low.
Okay.
Is there anything we can do to get it better?
Yeah, what about now? Is it better now?
Now it's much better. It's much better, Johnny. Now.
Okay. Okay, sorry. It looks like I will need to I will need to hold the microphone close to my mouth. That's not a problem.
Okay.
All right. Any other answer? Thank you, lady, for your answer.
Yes, Adiane, we have Angelica Martins. She said that, for me, it's important to keep track my English proficiency because I can communicate better with other people who only speak English.
Excellent. Thank you, Angelica, for your answer.
Maria Teresa said, nowadays, it's too important to have a good level of English in a global new era. We need to keep in touch with everybody.
Excellent, Teresa. Thank you so much for your answer. Beautiful, beautiful. Any other answer?
No, just those.
Okay. So from what I just heard, I think there are 3 teachers, right? These are three teachers answering the questions.
Yeah, Maria Teresa is a teacher. Adelaide is a teacher. I'm not sure about Angelica. Are you a teacher, Angelica? No, Angelica is not a teacher.
Okay, perfect. Because we actually have not only we actually are delivering this presentation not only for our beautiful teachers, but also for students, right? English program students, for other program students, not necessarily English, right? But it was really good, your answers. You really think that it's important to keep track of your English proficiency level, and not only just study the language and then don't keep track of your level, because then you will not know, right, about how much you can improve, how much else you can improve, right? So as these 3 participants have answered, our English level is really important for us to overcome, right? For us to reach our goals. But in fact, the English level system that I use to describe my English skill is actually inquired from the outside. Okay, so the outside will be interested in our official English level. Okay, and this could be application when you are when you are going through application for undergraduate and graduate programs of either local or international universities, when you are getting into scholarship and grant program applications, job applications, immigration process, and visa application. So you will be required to prove your English level. Your English level, let's not say English proficiency, but your English level when you are applying for these opportunities. And speaking about opportunities, let's have an idea what type of opportunities there are out there for undergraduate and graduate levels. When we say the use of English proficiency tests for university level, that we can talk about globally, right? About graduate and the graduate levels, okay? And in these opportunities, you can find these opportunities for example, college-based award. You can find essay scholarships, merit-based awards, student and career-specific scholarships. And for graduate levels, you have either fellowship or assistantship. If we're talking about jobs, you can have career-specific scholarships. If you are a researcher and if you want to get a fellowship, if you want to get a scholarship into your research project, you can find fellowships, research fellowships, and also the Fulbright programs that we all know about, right? So those are some of the opportunities that when you have your English level proficiency officially set, so you can prove it and you can use it for those opportunities. So let's talk about levels, right? Let's talk about English proficiency levels. So for each one of those opportunities, your English proficiency level will be different for each one, okay? And I wanted to bring this framework here for us to have an idea what does English proficiency level, what are those levels? So you have here the Common European Framework Reference, the CEFR, right? And you have these levels here on your left, okay? Starting from A1 and goes through C2. So I also brought 3 of the main English proficiency tests, official English proficiency tests, for you to have an idea what each score in these English proficiency tests, what do they mean, okay, according to this framework. This Common European Framework Reference, it is used globally, worldwide, for universities and education institutions to learn about the candidate or the student or level, okay? Anyone who makes use of an English proficiency test, okay? So the institutions will learn about your level through this reference. For example, the TOEFL IVT, as you can see, it goes from 0 to 120. So the score on the TOEFL IBT goes from 0 to 120. And the IELTS from 0 to 9, and Cambridge from 80 to 230. Level A1 and A2 don't apply for both TOEFL IBT and IELTS, but yes for Cambridge, okay? So, and those are beginners and beginner elementary levels. So for the TOEFL IBT intermediate level, which is the B1, if you take from 42 to 71 out of 120, you are considered to be an intermediate. You consider to have an intermediate level, which is B1. That's the global code for an intermediate level. The IELTS test score from 4 to 5 access the intermediate level as well. And for the Cambridge, it goes from 140 to 159 out of the 230. And so on. For example, the B2 level, okay, which from my experience with universities, as Vera said, I attend exchange fairs. So we usually learn about the scores that each university require from the students depending on the program that they want to apply. So B2 is pretty much the level that they will start to access, they will start to accept from the student. For example, the TOEFL IBT goes from 72 to 94. Okay, so if you take 72 to 94 out of 120 on the TOEFL IBT, that means that your level is B2, upper intermediate. For the IELTS, 5.5 to 6.0, and the Cambridge test, 160 to 179. All right, so advanced, which is 95 to 120. So as you can see, the TOEFL IBT doesn't measure the C2 level, the highest level on the common European framework, okay? Because it only goes until the C1, the advanced. But yes, the IELTS access this level, okay, the C2, which is the proficient, and it's 8 to 9 out of 9 is the C2 proficient level, and the Cambridge 200 to 230. So I will share this link for you to find more information about the CEFR, okay, later. So let's talk about Brazil. Let's talk about those opportunities that are more close, are closer to us, more real for us, right? We have every year in Brazil, the Fulbright Brazil Commission offers grants for Brazilians. And not only for teachers, and not only for English teachers, okay, but also for students. So this is the cycle, the 2020-2021 cycle, which is offering grants for scholars, graduate students in English and English teachers, okay? So I only added here in this chart, I only added 4 of these programs that they make it available every year, okay? And I listed the main ones. As you can see, as you can observe, 2 of them require an English Proficiency Test score, okay? It's the Doutorado Sanduíche, the Doctoral Dissertation Research Award. They offer 30 grants yearly, okay, for students, for graduate students. And the English proficiency tests required are TOEFL IBT, TOEFL ITP, and IELTS. The TOEFL IBT 71, TOEFL ITP 527, and IELTS 6.0. And the other one is foreign language teaching assistantship, okay? These are for teachers, okay? And they offer 20 grants yearly for those who want to apply. And also TOEFL IBT, ITP, and IELTS are the English proficiency tests required. For those two first ones here, they don't require an English proficiency test, but an interview in English may be required. From my experience, I have seen that many of the applicants for these grants, they already show their TOEFL score. And sometimes when they show the TOEFL score, they don't need to take this interview in English. Okay, they no need to go through this interview in English. So these are one piece of opportunities that if you have one English proficiency test score on your curriculum, you are able to get in lots of opportunities, right? Academic opportunities. So let's talk about this academic opportunities from my experience. In the next slides, I will talk to you about how was my experience as an user, as an English proficiency test user, and the opportunities that I had during this time. So from 2008 to 2011, I went to the University of Washington in Seattle, and I earned, from where I earned my master's degree in teaching English as a second language, okay? From the Mediação program, Mediação English Graduate Program. Before I continue, I would like to ask Vera if my sound is okay.
For me, it's okay. Let me ask the group. Is that okay?
She could speak a little bit louder, maybe. But yes, it is okay.
Okay, lady. I will follow your recommendation. I will speak a little bit louder. Okay.
Good.
Yeah. All right. So it's because I wanted to be like Renata. She's very smooth. Remember we talked about that, Vera? She's very smooth. Okay. So, and also besides this English graduate program, I also had the opportunity to get a tuition waiver through a Portuguese teaching assistantship. What is a tuition waiver? Is when you don't have to pay for your mensalidade, you don't have to pay for your for your graduate program. So those were the opportunities that I found years ago. So at the University of Washington, all UW freshman international students, I was considered a freshman international student, okay? Overall, the English test score requirement is this, okay? Are these actually two types of tests, TOEFL IBT and IELTS. For the TOEFL IBT, you need to show them a minimum score of 76, and recommended would be 94 or higher, but they accept the 76. For the IELTS, 6.0, but they recommend 7.0 or higher. Okay, so this is a general score requirement for international students, those who English is not the native language, right? Okay, so let's talk about the Mediação program, the one that I was interested in, because since I have a college, at the time I had a college degree in English from UNIR. So I wanted to continue my English studies. So then I was very interested in this Mediação program, which is Masters of Teaching English for speakers of other languages. So this is the proof of English proficiency that I need to show them. See, this is part of the International Student Application Checklist, and they say that non-native English speakers must demonstrate English language proficiency in one of the ways listed on the graduate schools. So graduate schools, they have a memo, a number of a memo, where they list several types of English proficiency. But they use the TOEFL IBT as a proof of English language proficiency. And they say that they do not typically admit applicants with a combined TOEFL score below 100, and they do not accept the IELTS. So I needed to take the TOEFL IBT. I didn't have other option. So also, they said that non-native English speakers interested in a teaching assistantship must also demonstrate English language proficiency. Okay, so what was my dream again? To become an international graduate student at the UW, right? But I had some barriers to face, some challenges to face, right? First, to prove my English level in order to be accepted. But did I have the required English level, which was 100 out of 120? How to prove it? What level is that anyways? So now that I work for TOEFL IBT, I know which level is that. And I just showed you, right, through the common European framework, that 100 on the TOEFL IBT is a C1 level or advanced level. So I needed to have an advanced level in order to apply for this program and also to apply for the teaching assistantship. All right, so before I continue, Vera, I wanted to know how many minutes do I have? How many minutes can I use to finish my presentation?
Okay, you can finish because we took some time to start, yeah? So you have time for that. It is 7 to 7 now. So if you finish in 10 minutes, then we have the questions.
10 minutes, great. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so how did TOEFL IBT measure my English proficiency? Okay, so for the TOEFL IBT, I took this test in Seattle at a testing center, and I needed to study for the test because I knew that I didn't have the advanced level. I needed to prove that I had the advanced level. So I had I had to prepare for this test for around 3 to 4 months to be familiar with the test. And these were the skills that the test measured in order to learn about my English proficiency level. Okay. Reading skills, there are 4 parts on the test. Reading skills, listening skill test, speaking skills, and writing skills. For these two last one here, the speaking and the writing, when I took the test back in 2008, it didn't have the integrated tasks. And now they have the integrated task, which is a combination of different skills in order for you to speak or write. So this is how they measured my English proficiency test. I mean, my English proficiency level, okay? It took me 4 hours to take this test, and I received the score like 1 or 2 weeks late, 1 week later. I received the score, and then they, the TOEFL IBT sent my score to UW. They received automatically the score from the TOEFL IBT, so I didn't have to send to them. And the university, all the universities, they require that. They require that the agency sends the score to the university, because this way it is officially done, right? It is a real agency that is sending the score, so it's more safe for them. All right, but what about the positive aspects I learned for taking an English proficiency test? I know that I was evaluated in 4 language skills, okay? I read some texts, I listened to some audios, I had to answer some questions through the speaking. I had to write 2 essays, but what does that mean? What positive aspects did I learn from taking the TOEFL IBT? So first, it increased my motivation levels. So once studies have proven that studying for an English proficiency test can increase your motivation level. Not only you learn about strategies of teaching and learning, but you also increase your motivation level. So this is really important for you to get when you are in a different country, everything is new, and you are an international student, you need motivation, right? Because everything is challenging, everything is new, so you need motivation. Also, I learned the right kind of language skills. Before studying for the TOEFL IBT, I didn't have those skills, right? Exactly, how can I say, organized in my strategy, in my learning strategies. So I from studying for the TOEFL IBT, I learned about this type of language skills and which one to use during my experience at the Matisser program. Succeeded in my academic studies. That helped me a lot. Studying for the TOEFL IBT helped me a lot to succeed. And that's really important that you succeed because, as I said, there is a lot of challenges, and you feel proud of yourself when you are, just like in this picture here. This is how was my master's, my master's class. Every day we were in a circle, and it's not only international students, but they are American and native speakers as well. So we were in groups like that, and we had to participate in the classes, in all the activities, all the time. So you had to demonstrate that you could succeed on your academic studies. Also, I learned about cross-cultural perspectives taking because, of course, I was in contact with people from all over the world, people from different cultures. And that made me feel more humble because I was learning from people who were different from me, right? Who had different cultures and traditions. And finally, I learned to be confident about my English and about my English teaching skills. So after I had both experiences, the experience of taking the TOEFL IBT and the experience of attending this Mediação program, I became much more confident about my English and my English teaching skills. Okay, so I think this is it. I just wanted to thank you very much for this opportunity. And I am really hopeful, I really hope that what I shared here with you guys can bring some positive insights for your academic goals and career goals. And if you want to learn more about what is the proper workshop that I facilitate for English teachers, if you want to learn more about other services that ETS offers to support your school's internationalization projects, just please send me email. This is ablum@etsglobal.org is my email. And I am listing here, I'm displaying here some links that I showed you, some of the information that I showed you, and I'm sharing the links with you guys, okay? And thank you again. And now I think I'm ready for any questions that you might have. Thank you.
Thank you, Adiane. How nice to know all of that.
Thank you.
What? Congratulations. Now let's go for the question. Let's go to the questions. If you have any question, please write in the chat box, please. Adiane, we have a question from Maria Teresa.
Oh, Maria Teresa, thank you.
She asks, as we saw, there are two types of tests. What's the difference between them? And why are the scores too different?
Oh, okay, Maria Teresa. I think you mean there are two types of TOEFL, right? Two types of TOEFL. Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, yes, there are two types of TOEFL. And I know that here in this presentation, there are some people that might have taken the TOEFL ITP before through the Idiomas Sem Fronteiras or Ciências Sem Fronteiras some time ago. So both TOEFL IBT and TOEFL ITP and TOEFL IBT, they are administered by ETS. But I only represent the TOEFL IBT, okay? The differences between this TOEFL test is that the TOEFL IBT that I just presented, that I just talked about, it is a complete test, and because it evaluates the 4 language skills, okay, including the speaking part. The TOEFL IBT is an assessment test. The TOEFL ITP is an assessment test, It's used for only for specific programs, okay? While the TOEFL IBT is used like for more than 11,000 universities, 11,000 different programs. What else? The TOEFL ITP is a paper version, is on paper, whereas the TOEFL IBT is an internet-based test. And the scores are different because there's not a reason for that. They have different different scores, different codes, right? To categorize the scores. Yeah, but there is not a big reason for that. It's only each one has their way to score. But it's important to say that the TOEFL ITP, it's a short version of the TOEFL IBT because it doesn't have the speaking and the writing parts like the TOEFL IBT has. I hope I have answered your question correctly, Teresa.
Okay. Now we have a question from Renata. The question is, how long is the TOEFL IBT test? Is it an official test?
Hi, Renata. Thanks for your question. Yes, TOEFL IBT is an official test, just like the ITP. Okay, both are official. The difference is, like I said, it's the IBT is accepted for more university, like more than 11,000 universities. And it takes 3 hours and a half to take it, okay? So when I took it a long time ago, it was 4 hours, but the test has gotten short. So now it's only 3 hours. It's 3 hours and a half because you have the check-in process that you have to show your ID and you have to do all that security process, right? But yes, it is an official test. Thank you, Renata.
Good. Now, okay, thank you, Adiane. A question from Adelaide, a strange person.
Thank you, lady.
Hey, Verinha. Yes, I'm a stranger person.
She doesn't know you. Imagine.
I'm just kidding about my questions, okay? I'm just kidding.
Just kidding. But let me ask, maybe. Adiane, she said that. Talking about prices, if we want to take the IBT test, is there a discount to a group of teachers from Rondônia?
That's a very good question, lady.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Jenny, if you want to see everybody, you can just stop sharing your screen.
Oh, okay. I will do that. Thank you, Renata, for letting me know.
Good. Okay. Thank you, Renata.
So what should I do? Let me see if I still remember, because you guys taught me, because I use the Zoom to do my webinars, to present my webinars, and I'm not very familiar with the Meet. Oh, okay. Got it. Oh, I see Silvania. Hi, Silvania. Okay. Now it's much better to see everyone's faces. I see that Carla is here too. Thanks for being here, Carla. Carla Pascual.
Yeah.
Okay, lady. Your question is a very good question. Discount. We Brazilians, we love discounts, right?
Really?
So, as many of you know, the TOEFL IBT has a cost, okay? And unfortunately, we are in a time in Brazil that the dollar is super high. So that makes the test high price as well. But like a lady said, if you take, if a group of teacher wants to take the TOEFL or wants to, for example, attend a prepare workshop, and after that being interested in taking the test, because it's valid for 2 years, guys. I didn't mention that, but the TOEFL IBT is valid for 2 years. And Carla Pascual has taken the TOEFL IBT, and she knows that. And yes, we do have discounts for private groups that is interested in taking the TOEFL IBT, especially if this group attends and get a certification on the TOEFL IBT on the prepare workshop, okay, that we offer for English teachers. This prepare workshop is a type of, it's a formação, right? It's an professional development program, and it was created specific for English teachers to learn about the language skills that are assessed, that are evaluated on the TOEFL IBT. And also not only for them to take the exam, but also for them to help the students to be prepared for the test or be prepared for any type of test that they need to take in the future. So yes, Lady, there are discounts, but we can talk about discounts privately.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, dear Adiane. Thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you.
good to
We
know.
appreciate it hearing from that.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
Okay, Adiane, another question. How did you learn about the Portuguese teaching assistantship? Is it common in the USA, United States?
Yes, the Portuguese teaching assistantship, it's I learned about it. It's when I was looking at the international student Mediação application checklist, and I read that if you wanted to apply for this assistantship, I had to send all my documentations, all the TOEFL IBT score and all the documentations like 3 or 4 months before. So I had to do that. But I knew that if I could get this teaching assistantship, I was going to be able to, when they had an offer, I was going to be able to have tuition waiver. And I already explained that to you guys, that it's when you don't pay for college, you don't pay for the mensalidades. So I did that. I did everything that they need in order for me to be able to apply for that. So when they had a position, when they had a professor, a teaching assistantship position, I was there. I had applied, so I was selected for the position. So it was a really good thing because it's not cheap to study abroad. It's expensive. So I really recommend everyone who have the opportunity to study abroad, explore everything that you can on the institution's webpage. They have a lot of things to offer, a lot of scholarships, a lot of opportunities to offer. So it was I was very happy that I found about the teaching assistantship because it really helped. Thank you for the question.
Good. Okay, Carla Pascual, it's not a question, but she said that it's a good advice for teachers is to take advantage of the Fulbright programs and access the U.S. Embassy vouchers. Yes, Carla is,
Carla.
yeah, Carla is right. It's good.
Yes, Carla, you're right.
Okay.
Carla has applied for Fulbright programs. She has been a Fulbrighter, I think, for 2 programs, right, Carla? She was selected for 2 programs on Fulbright Commission, And she could talk a little bit about her experience, Carla, if it's okay, Vera, and if she wants to.
Would you like it, Carla? Well, she didn't say
Also,
anything.
we should say that next live will be with her and other people who did the same. So they will talk about that. I don't know if she's there, but you can talk now. It's just remember you that if you guys who are here wants to watch Carla and other people who did scholarship, that would be very good. Next Thursday.
Perfect.
Good to know. Good. Okay, Jen, so let's go to the next question. The question is, do I need to be an English teacher to apply for a Fulbright program in Brazil?
No, you don't necessarily need to be an English teacher, okay? Fulbright program selects also students. For example, I listed on that chart, I listed the Doutorado Sanduíche, and you only need to be a graduate student, which means that you need to be in a master's programs or, you need to be a graduate student in order to apply for this Doutorado Sanduíche. And yeah, you not necessarily need to be an English teacher or only a teacher. You can be from other programs, not necessarily just from the English program.
Good. Okay, now Lady asked about the discount. So we have now Angelica that would like to know that is there any discount for students as well?
Not yes. The way that we do discounts for students, it's, for example, if you are part of an institution that wants to take, for example, the test as a group, like a minimum of 10, okay, 10 students, you have discounts as well. Okay, but you don't get discounts individually. You need to be as a group through an institution.
Oh, good. So no questions anymore.
Okay.
No questions. Yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone, for all the beautiful questions.
Angelica asked another question. She asked, where can I take this test?
Okay. Right now, there are testing centers to take the TOEFL IBT everywhere in Brazil. Unfortunately, except for Rondônia, Acre, and I think Espírito Santo, no, Piauí. These are the 3 states that don't have a testing center, and it's not because of the TOEFL IBT, but it's because other reasons. But we are working hard to have a testing center in at least one testing center in those capitals, the capitals of those states. But you can travel to another city, to a city close to Porto Velho, okay? For example, there is test centers in Manaus, in Belém, in Brasilia, right? But right now, for the pandemic situation, ETS is making the TOEFL Home Edition available, which means that you can take the test from home. You can take the test from your computer, okay? Yes, so you can send me email and I can send you more information about that. But if you Google TOEFL Home Edition, you will find all the information about the TOEFL IBT that you can take from home. Many people are doing that, especially those people who don't have a testing center in their states, in their cities, okay? So it's a good opportunity to take the test from home, especially now that, you know, everything is closed. Okay.
Okay. So Adiane left her contact there. If you'd like to know more about the tests, the exams, you can contact her, and I'm sure she will give you all the information you need.
Yes, please.
Okay, Adiane. Yes, I'm sure. And we at university, at UNIR, we have many students who have a very good level of English, and I'm sure they will be. They would like to have those exams, those certification in their CV. Yeah.
Yes, yes. It opened doors. It actually opened doors from the quote that I put in the beginning of my presentation. When you study for the TOEFL IBT or any other, I would say any other official English proficiency test, you can have many opportunities, and you can improve your English when you're studying, and you can, you know, you can apply for lots and lots of opportunities out there. So it really brings you lots of opportunities, and it's valid for 2 years, so you can do a lot of things. You can apply for many opportunities with the TOEFL score.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so I think that's okay for today. It is 20 past 7, so I think it's time to finish. Yeah. Punctuality is very important. Okay, Adiane, we'd like to thank you very much for coming and sharing your experience and all those information that are really very important for the ones that are interested in having like a proficiency certification. Yeah. Thank you very much. And we know that you sometimes come to Porto Velho, and once you come here, maybe we could invite you to come to UNIR and talk to our students.
That would be great.
Yes, it will be great.
I can't wait to be able to travel again and to visit my family in Porto Velho, visit my sister Lady, and visit all my friends, and be able to gather people, to interact with people. We miss that, right? This is not a good situation, but thank God we have the internet to interact and to talk about important things, right? To talk about opportunities.
Yeah, let's pray for this moment to finish, and we can have a personal contact again.
Yes, yes.
Adiane, thank you very much. Thank you, everybody that is participating here with us in these lives. And I just want you to know that if you wanted to receive your certificate, you have to go to the chat box and answer the feedback form, okay? Then you can get your certificate. Don't forget that, because if you don't do that, unfortunately, you're not gonna get it, all right? Okay, so good evening. Hello.
Thanks for the opportunity, Vera. Thanks for the opportunity, guys.
Okay, good night, everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you to be here. Thank you, Adiane. See you soon.
Bye-bye. See you soon.
Can we try to have a picture, maybe?
Oh, yeah, let's take a picture.
Tamara, can you try to take a picture of us?
If you want to appear, anybody that wants to appear, please open your camera.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye, guys. Thanks.
Okay, bye, everybody. Pleasure to have you all here. Bye, lady. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Adiane.
See you next week. Next Thursday, we have another one, okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank
Bye,
you.
bye.
Thanks for being here,
Bye.
Silvânia.
Thank you, Adiane. Thank you.
Thank you, Adiane.
Thank you, Silvânia.
Ok.
Ilka, Maria Tereza, Adileide,
Adileide.
Ellen, Gigliane, Angélica, everybody that contributes, Carla.
É aqui que a gente tem oportunidade para aprender. O Cílio fica boicotando a gente com vergonha. Não entendo isso.
Vergonha, mãe. Eu quero que a senhora desligue isso aí.
Não. Por que eu tenho que
Okay. Is Renata there already? Okay, Gigliane, Beatriz, Lady, Silvânia, thank you for coming, for being here with us.
Uhum.
Pega. Cara. Pega. Já pega. Já pega. Vai.
Desce daí, filha. Pode cair, se machucar.
Oh.
É, você